Bortles to throw on second down. And that's incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So the Patriots coming out now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Travis Benjamin, 48 yards. And the Patriots continue to roll. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out here in the eye. Handoff comes to Anderson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, Barbie, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Practice his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Doug Martin finding the end zone yet again. One in.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A lone second remains now in this third quarter. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And Barnage has it on the right side. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Now a run with Martin. Muscles him off. And some space here. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Doug Martin. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Defensively, sometimes they talk about getting a hat on a hat. Well, there they got a hat on a hat blocking offensively, allowing that running back to get in the end zone.
And the defenders were trying so hard to get off of those blocks to get to the runner, but they were never able to do so. Well-executed play by the offense.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you?
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Patriots a first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. So now it's first and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Doug Martin finding the end zone yet again. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. And he's got it up and through. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw is Bortles. And that'll be incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnage, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Bortles will try again on second down. Screen play, Anderson. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And a tough spot here for the defense, kind of already with their backs against the wall.
Just gave up a touchdown on their last possession. Now starting in tough field position. One thought in mind. At worst.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Doug Martin. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And they drew up the counter there. It worked.
It's moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. first down. Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I started with a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
This is taken at the 23. Look at this spin.
Balance.
A second spin. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
And by the way,
now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And this defense has been extraordinary all season, and that might just be the cherry on top. What a play there on the fumble recovery touchdown.
Maybe it's time they get a nickname because they played like the great defenses of the past. The Steel Curtain, Doomsday, the no-name defense. We might have to come up with one for these guys.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Whitehead, the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Bortles now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his Bortles on, and he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Kamale Correa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Bortles now on first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kamale Correa in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And that is incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been terrific so far. Take it at the 37.
Whoosh.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss. Whether your offense is struggling or not, they always appreciate a big punt return. A short field to work with tends to make an offense that much better.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work.
Lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches?
Yeah, and he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Kamale Correa in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On second down, here's Bortles. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him. And
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kamale Correa. 17 for him now on the year. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
There we go. Blue 45. Right there. 54
Now Bortles got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Here's Garoppolo to throw. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one knee. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. Now Martin. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third and goal now. Maybe the off. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what up, never even got to it.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One final try now for Bortles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.